Hey guys, this is the Mora Eldris. I got this as a belated Christmas present from a friend, Forest Walker 111. I have no idea why he wanted me to have this knife, but I appreciate it. Just like with the Garberg, I would have not considered buying this knife. That's why I didn't know a lot of things about it, because I never watched the videos. I saw, yeah, well, Mora has a small knife. How could you use that knife? I didn't really think about it. And when I got it, I was very surprised at a few things. Number one, you see this lighter material? This is plastic. And this darker one, this is rubber. And I'm wearing gloves right now because it's actually pretty cold outside. But this rubberized material really gives you a good grip. And why did that surprise me so much? Because I received this knife after I filmed my first impressions video about the Garberg. And I realized, yeah, sure, the Garberg gives you a good grip. But, well, that is just because it has a bigger handle. However, this one, the rubberized portion, feels much better in hand. I see why they did this with the Garberg, because this is going to be a knife that you're probably going to beat on, baton, abuse, and so on. So for them to make this choice, I thought it was pretty cool. Gives you very good grip. And like I said, I am wearing gloves, and this is just a simple fleece glove, large size. And even with this glove, I have a very good grip on the handle. Sure, an extra centimeter right here would improve it. You do have this lanyard hole, and you could make something out of paracord, so you have a slightly longer handle. I don't think you need it, but just in case you have big, really big hands, that might help. The second thing that surprised me, I assumed that it would have the same secondary bevel that the Garberg does. Not the case. This one does not have a secondary bevel. It has a slight micro bevel. You can see it if you look up real close, but the angle doesn't change that much, which actually makes this a pretty good slicer. Now this is limited in what you can do with it, as for example in the chest lever grip, simply by the length of the blade. See? I mean, with a bigger knife you could probably cut through this piece of wood in one take. This is yellow wood. It's not the hardest of woods, but it's not the softest either. However, like I said, the grind is very decent, and you're limited not by the edge angle, by the grind angle, but by the size of the blade. I'm guessing this is more intended as a, like they sell it, a pocket knife, anywhere in your kit knife, an EDC knife, a neck knife. And you really do not need that extra safety strap. Now they come with an extra safety strap and a ferrocerium rod that you can attach to the lanyard, I'm guessing, not to the sheath. You really don't need that. A lot of people said it holds the knife in really well, the sheath. And that's true. You cannot shake this out of the sheath. You cannot. I tried it. You can pull it out fairly easily. And, well, it goes through wood better than some other Moras, much better than the Garberg. This small blade does have not a rather big belly, so not the keenest of tips. However, because it has such a small blade, you can really go up on the blade and dig your hole in a piece of wood very controlled. You know, even like this, holding the knife by the handle, it's very controlled because it has a small blade. So I'm guessing you could do a lot of things bushcraft wise with this knife. You could probably make the tip a bit pointier if that's what you wanted to do. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna leave it as it is, you know. Very cool. It's a very, very close quarter knife for small tasks, I'm guessing. Don't like this grind right here, the fact that they ground off more metal, but I see the reason behind it. This makes the tip dig into materials like wood much easier because there's less behind it. If this were to be a 2-bevel grind like the Garberg and other ones, with this blunt of a tip, let me call it like that, it wouldn't dig into wood so well. But with the extra material removed from the tip, it does that. I don't know if that's how they intended it. Probably is. I like it, nevertheless. The spine is very sharp, works excellent with the ferrocerium rod. I just happen to have a Mora ferrocerium rod that I also received from Forest Walker 111 a long time ago. And, well, pretty intense sparks. I don't know if you can see that. Doesn't matter if it's carbon steel or stainless steel. If the spine is sharp, you're gonna get those nice sparks. You're not gonna be able to split pieces of wood with this unless they're this thick. But you can make yourself a wooden wedge and split them like that. If this were to be an emergency knife, your last chance knife, it's not a bad choice. Of course, you could do much better with something like this. This is an old 511 modified to a 510. They were very, very inexpensive, 2.5 millimeter thick carbon steel blade. Of course, this will probably be able to go much easier through pieces of wood, and this could baton through something about this thick with no problems. Much more inexpensive, plastic handle, no fuss about it. But I was actually much more pleasantly impressed with this knife than with the Garberg. And this is not the cheapest of Moras. For the size of knife compared to the Garberg, I would say this is a bit better value for your money. But still, it's kind of expensive. If I wouldn't be, so much into knives and just a practical person, I would just go ahead and get myself a companion. But if I wouldn't have it and would have had the experience of working with it, yes, I would definitely buy this knife for myself. I hope you guys liked the video. One more comment maybe on the sheath. I thought that I was going to have problem with the string if I put string through here, that the blade might get to it and chew it up. But I just put a couple of knots here so that the string stays tight on this little portion of the sheath, and the blade does not touch it. It doesn't even come near it. So far it's fine. I carry my neck knives like this on some sort of plastic string, paracord or whatever. A lot of people say you shouldn't do that because it might choke you. I don't pay that much attention to it, however, that's up to you. But it does carry excellent as a neck knife. You might want to try it. I did. I actually put this around my finger and I dropped the knife and pulled it. It's not gonna shake any harder than this, and that didn't make it come out. It didn't even loosen it in the sheath. So I'm pretty impressed by this small knife. Not gonna go on about it. It's a small knife. It gets a small piece of my mind. But if you have any questions about it, just ask me in the comment section. I'll get to them as soon as possible. I'd like to thank you for watching, and as always, I wish you all a great day.